Hey guys, it's Volupteous. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a quick glimpse of me in the kitchen for today. I'm gonna be preparing chicken Alfredo. So in the kitchen for today, I'm gonna be making chicken Alfredo. That's the dish that I'm making right now. So you see me seasoning the chicken slices that I've already went ahead and diced up myself with the knife. Right now I'm just adding some chicken seasoning. I'm going to continue to season my chicken right now with this salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up right now. I am going to be adding some garlic to the sauce for my Alfredo today. So next to the plate where I'm seasoning my chicken, you can just see where I already went and peeled the garlic skins off. And in the little yellow bowl next to the garlic skins is the diced up garlic that I have and going to be adding to my sauce. I want to make sure that my chicken has a lot of flavor. I do enjoy making chicken Alfredo. This is a new can of salt that I have here. I just went to the market and came back to get the ingredients for this dish. So I just took the knife so that I can open a hole in the can of salt. I don't want to add any pressure on my nails. So for now, you see me using this chicken seasoning and salt on my chicken. The chicken slices that I have, I already cut them into about cube slices. I'm gonna go in the cabinet and get me another brand of seasoning. I'm gonna add some orange seasoning to my chicken. That is going to change the color of my chicken overall. And I'm also gonna grab some all-purpose seasoning for the chicken as well. With the little green ingredients inside the all-purpose seasoning that I'm using today, that will ensure that the chicken has a great appearance as well. I do love to ensure that my food will taste as good as it is going to look. Yikes. Okay guys, and now I'm going for the orange seasoning that I was just talking about. This isn't really a tutorial, however you can follow this recipe along with me because it is surely delicious when Volupteous makes a dish. And I like to have fun in the kitchen. This was like a really unplanned meal preparation that I was preparing for today. I just got a random idea that I should make chicken Alfredo since that is what I was looking forward to eating today. So now I'm adding the orange seasoning. I'm gonna sprinkle that all around, all over the chicken slices. You see me not putting any seasoning on the chicken that is on the other half of the plate. That's because I already went ahead and cut out the pieces of chicken that I will not be using in my dish for today. The slices I cut out would have changed the way the chicken will be tasting if I did leave it in my dish for today. So that is why I'm not leaving those slices in, which would have had an effect overall on the entire dish of chicken Alfredo. You see here, these are the garlic slices that I'm going to add to the dish when I start to prepare the sauce for the Alfredo. So when I make the Alfredo sauce, I'm going to be putting those garlic slices into my saucepan. That is going to add extra flavoring to the Alfredo sauce. Now I am done seasoning the chicken. I'm just going to start mixing it up. I'm just about done seasoning the chicken. I'll see if there's any spots that need covering with the seasonings. So far everything is looking good. I did add the seasoning that was needed already for the most part. I want to ensure that there's just tons of flavor in this dish. Anything I make, I'm really into the taste. Anything I eat, that's what I'm looking forward to the most, the taste and enjoying the meal and the dish. Especially when I prepare the food myself, I want to make sure that everything is yummy. So now that I am done seasoning the chicken, I am going to start speeding along here. The longest part of me making this dish was me peeling and slicing the garlic knots. And then I just started preparing the chicken by slicing it into thin cube shaped slices for my dish today to go into the Alfredo after I put it on the pan. So my chicken's all seasoned up. I'm going to put my chicken slices straight into the pan now, the ones that I did season. Like I said, I'm not going to put the chicken slices that I already separated on the other half of the plate into the saucepan. That is why I did not season them. So I'm not going to put those in. Now I'm rinsing off my spatula that I'm going to be using to move the chicken around the saucepan. And I'm just going to let the chicken sit in the pan as I maneuver it around with the spatula until it is a brown shade. That is how I will know my chicken is done. And it is just that simple. So I added orange seasoning to my chicken already, a lot of it, mostly for the taste but also for presentation. So while my chicken is on the saucepan, it is being prepared by the heat. However, not all of the orange coloring will be completely off. My chicken will get darker, it will be browning, but when the chicken is done, it will still have an orange tone to it. In a few minutes, you're going to see me start preparing another part of this chicken Alfredo recipe. While my chicken is still on the stove, I can let it sit here and just let the chicken prepare. I'm gonna move this pan back so that I can put my second pan on the stove top, and this is the pan that I am going to be using for my Alfredo sauce. So now I am preheating the pan that I'm going to be using for the Alfredo sauce. My garlic slices are gonna go in the pan. Some of them are going to melt into the sauce for the taste. All of them will still have an effect on the overall taste of the sauce as well. So the pan has been preheated already for a few minutes. And so now I'm just going to add the main sauce for the Alfredo to the pan right now. Really quickly, I'm looking for my whisk that I'm going to be using to mix up the Alfredo sauce in the saucepan with the garlic knots to ensure that most of the sauce is not on my mixing item and that the majority of it goes into the dish at the end. I'm pouring the sauce straight into the middle of the saucepan with this big spoon that I have. The spoon will help get any remaining sauce out of this jar of the main sauce that I'm using, just to make things more simple. Now I'm going for the square container of garlic knots that I have sliced up already into really small slices. I'm going to be mixing the garlic knots that I sliced up into the sauce for a little while now while my chicken is preparing. So I added the garlic knots to the mixture of the main sauce that I'm using for the Alfredo. I mixed up my chicken a little bit more. It can sit there, it's perfect. I'm gonna take the whisk and just move it around the saucepan in a circle, going from the middle of the pan and also around the larger part of the pan, around the perimeter of the saucepan. First, I'm just gonna cover the entire pan with the garlic knots until there's an even mixture of the sauce and the garlic. Then I am going to start to slowly move the whisk around in a circular motion around the saucepan. My pan is on low heat for the sauce and the garlic, and that's just going to ensure that the mixture comes out thicker at the end and not very runny or soup-like. I added some salt to my saucepan with the garlic. I may add more in a few minutes. My chicken is looking good. You want to keep the stove top on low heat to make sure that the sauce comes out thicker. That is going to make sure that it sticks to the noodles and that you taste all the flavor with this recipe, because remember, the chicken has its own flavor and the sauce here with the garlic and the sauce has its own flavor as well. The main flavor you will be tasting is the sauce and the garlic, so that is where the majority of the flavor is going to be coming from with my chicken Alfredo recipe. So of course you want to have a thicker mixture of the sauce so that it sticks to the noodles and that you don't need to dip your noodles in the sauce if it was a runnier mixture and you were missing the flavor on the noodle. I added some butter to my saucepan. That is also going to help with keeping the sauce thick as well. So now that everything is almost ready, I'm rinsing out this pot that I'm going to be putting my fettuccine noodles in, so that I can get ready to boil them. That is the fastest part of preparing the food for this chicken Alfredo dish. So that is why I've done that part last after preparing the chicken and the sauce. So I've just filled up the pot with the water and I'm getting ready to put my fettuccine noodles into the pot to boil. I can leave my saucepan on. I'm going to turn off the chicken because it is finished just about. I'm going to make sure that everything is delicious. I just keep mixing the sauce and the garlic until it starts to simmer and to keep it a really thick consistency. I'm going to add my chicken to the saucepan with the garlic. In just a few minutes, I'm going to just turn the stovetop back on where the chicken just was and place my pot of water over it so that I can put my fettuccine noodles inside. So I'm adding the fettuccine noodles to the pot of water. The stovetop for the noodles are on high heat. This is really exciting. So like I said, I'm just gonna keep on mixing the Alfredo sauce with the garlic that I have prepared. I think I'm going to add some more main sauce to this saucepan while the noodles are being prepared. So while my fettuccine noodles are being prepared, I'm going to add more main sauce to my mixture of garlic for the Alfredo sauce. My fettuccine noodles are really long and that is why I left them in the pot for that long so far. When the other half of the fettuccine noodles get soft from the water, I will start to push down the noodles with my big mixing spoon, and they will also slide down themselves for getting soft. It will be easy to fit all of the noodles into the pot of water in just a few more minutes. So while I wait to do that, I'm just going to continue to mix the pan with the Alfredo sauce that I am preparing with the garlic. I'm also going to continue to add more sauce to my pan. The taste test is perfect. It is tasting delicious so far. I took a mini spoon to see how the sauce that I'm preparing for the Alfredo is coming out. Everything is going perfectly. As you can see, like I said, the noodles are being pushed down into the pot to boil as well. The softer they get, the more I can push down all of the noodles into the pot. And I'm adding some more main sauce to the pan with the garlic for my chicken Alfredo. I do want this to be a very creamy dish, but also with a thick consistency as well. So I'm adding more main sauce. That means I'll be adding more salt and a few to this main sauce and garlic, and I'll be using the whisk in a circular motion very slowly still to keep the thick consistency of the sauce. And now I just will have even more Alfredo sauce for my chicken Alfredo. And then at last I will add my chicken to the garlic and main sauce mixture, and that will be my chicken Alfredo sauce. So I just went ahead and added a little bit more salt. I'm going to whisk this up and just continue with the whisk. Now all of my fettuccine noodles are into the pot. So now all of my fettuccine noodles are being boiled with the water, and my main sauce and garlic mixture for the chicken Alfredo sauce is starting to simmer. You can see the steam coming from the saucepan that I'm mixing with the whisk. So in a few I will just start to add my chicken. The mixture is thick. I had added butter already and salt. The consistency is good. This is going to be delicious. In the comments, you guys should reply what dish I should make next. I do enjoy preparing food. I think it's a really fun thing to do. But as of right now, I am draining my fettuccine noodles from the water. So I'm just going to separate the water from my noodles into this sink. And then I'm going to place the pot back onto the stove when I am done. Okay guys, so my noodles are drained. Everything is looking yummy. Now that the noodles are freshly finished, my fettuccine noodles are done. I can now add my chicken to the Alfredo sauce that I have just prepared. The heat is on low. The Alfredo sauce is perfect and it is still very hot. So I'm going to add the chicken to the mixture of the garlic and the main sauce that is my Alfredo sauce. So now I'm adding this chicken to the Alfredo sauce. Everything is looking really, really good. I'm really excited to try out the ending of this meal preparation of chicken Alfredo. I'm going to mix up my chicken now into the Alfredo sauce with my whisk. Not too much because everything in the saucepan is done. I just need to evenly cover the sauce mixture of Alfredo into the chicken so that it will officially be the chicken Alfredo sauce. The stove top is still on with the saucepan for the chicken Alfredo sauce. I'm about to turn it off. And I don't want my chicken to be over the heat for that long since it is finished already. So I won't be mixing the whisk too much with the saucepan. I'm pretty much done mixing this chicken into my sauce mixture. So now I'm about to add this mixture into my feta chicken to the Alfredo sauce that I have just prepared. The heat is on low. The Alfredo sauce is perfect and it is still very hot. So I'm going to add the chicken to the mixture of the garlic and the main sauce that is my Alfredo sauce. So now I'm adding this chicken to the Alfredo sauce. Everything is looking really, really good. I'm really excited to try out the ending of this meal preparation of chicken Alfredo. I'm going to mix up my chicken now into the Alfredo sauce with my whisk. Not too much because everything in the saucepan is done. I just need to evenly cover the sauce mixture of Alfredo into the chicken so that it will officially be the chicken Alfredo sauce. The stove top is still on with the saucepan for the chicken Alfredo sauce. I'm about to turn it off, and I don't want my chicken to be over the heat for that long since it is finished already, so I won't be mixing the whisk too much with the saucepan. I'm pretty much done mixing this chicken into my sauce mixture, so now I'm about to add this mixture into my fettuccine noodles, and that will be the finale of Volupteous in the kitchen today, making chicken Alfredo. This is going to be so delicious. This was so much fun and exciting. This is the last step of me making this chicken Alfredo. Everything is finished. Once I have added this mixture to my fettuccine noodles, I will take my big mixing spoon and I'm going to just mix everything around. I'm using this big spoon to get the rest of the sauce into the mixture because that is where the flavor is. I want as much flavor as possible in the chicken Alfredo. Everything looks delicious, you guys. This is so beautiful. Look, you can see my orange chicken, the creamy Alfredo mixture that I have. I'm about to mix it into my fettuccine noodles and just continue to mix until there is an evenly distributed amount of the Alfredo sauce with the chicken and garlic into my fettuccine noodles. So I went ahead and mixed all of that up, you guys. Everything is finished. I'm about to continue to mix even more. The more you mix this, the more the flavor will be spread across the entire pot of the fettuccine noodles of chicken Alfredo. It also starts to get thicker. The mixture of the chicken Alfredo sauce starts to stick to the fettuccine noodles the more you keep mixing. It was going to stick anyway, but it gets even thicker since it was thick already beforehand. While I keep mixing the pot of the fettuccine noodles and the chicken Alfredo. But I will just ensure that the noodles will be sticking to the chicken Alfredo and the flavor will be intense. This was really fun today, you guys. I do enjoy making dishes like this. This is one of my favorite dishes to make. I love noodles. I do always go all out when I make anything, especially from scratch. So like I said, the more you mix at the end, the more you will taste the flavor in the dish overall. Especially when I take out a portion, I want to make sure that I got a lot of flavor in my plate. This is going to taste very, very yummy. Super delicious. I'm just gonna keep mixing and mixing. I had a lot of fun making this chicken Alfredo today, you guys. I thought I should record and put this on the camera. It is totally worth all the mixing. The thicker the consistency gets as you continue to mix, that is how you know you will be needing to come to an end. Mixing it it will just continue to get thicker. The noodles are heavy already. This is a really very creamy, delicious dish of chicken alfredo, you guys. This was really amazing to make. It's going to taste even better. Everything is going to look great. The presentation is amazing. It's a 10. Presentation is a 10 out of 10. And the food is going to taste like a 10 out of 10. There is many other ways that you can make the chicken alfredo taste different and still be delicious, and that is depending on how you prepare the sauce, in case you don't want to taste the same kind of chicken alfredo. So that's it, you guys. I'm finished. The food is looking yummy, super delicious. I'm about to have me a portion right now of the chicken alfredo that is prepared. At the market, I went and got these paper plates that look really nice. So I'm just about to use those for right now instead of using a glass dish for today. The food is done. Everything is looking yummy. I've already tasted it. It's going to be delicious. I'm about to put some on my plate, and that's going to be it. So you see here now, I'm just about to take the big mixing spoon and just start mixing up the chicken alfredo that I have created now. And I'm just gonna keep mixing it up. It's already finished, so that I can get a really creamy portion of chicken alfredo on my plate. So for now, I'm not going to eat that much. I'm going to have some for later on. I'm mixing it up, and this is just going to be really good. I really enjoyed making this chicken alfredo today. Preparing food is something that I really like. I want to ensure that it tastes really yummy and super delicious. And this is my plate of chicken alfredo. It is looking perfect. Just look at it. Tastes delicious. It looks delicious. Everything is done. I'm about to enjoy it for now. The noodles are really creamy and delicious. Chicken has tons of flavor, so do the noodles. The fettuccine noodles are delicious. The chicken alfredo is just going to be really good to eat. Everyone else is going to love the dish, and that's it. So I'm just about to start eating it. Look at that. It just looks so amazing. This is my plate. I'm about to enjoy my meal preparation of chicken alfredo today. This is just really yummy. This is all I'm gonna eat for now. I'll have some later, but that's pretty much it, you guys. This was really fun to make. I'm gonna make another dish soon. You should comment below what would you guys like to see me make next, because like I said, I do enjoy preparing food. I hope you guys enjoyed this last minute video of me preparing chicken alfredo. That's all for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching Volupteous in the kitchen. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.